have the hiccups.
I just had the hiccups. I feel like they're gone. I hope they're gone. No, frick. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jordan Gerard Coupe. You are watching Sporty Jordy. And as I promised, I feel like I'm gonna have to hiccup again. Frick. What am I supposed to do? Hold my breath or something? Anyway, hello. I am Jordan Gerard Coupe. You are watching Sporty Jordy. And I hinted at it. Frick. Maybe I won't do a second video if these frickin' hiccups don't go. Oh, no, this isn't funny. So yeah, I hinted at a second video and I'm here to keep that promise. So the game plan of this video, I'm recording Friday afternoon so I can post it Saturday morning so it's up ahead of all of the wildcard weekend games. So we can go through all of the lines and I can give you my favorite bets, my favorite picks for this upcoming weekend. And then we are going to create my playoff bracket. I told myself, I was like, yeah, this will be a really good idea for a video. But now that I'm sitting down to record it, I'm going to be so honest. I haven't given any thought to an actual playoff bracket. The NFC side of things, I feel like is a little more clear cut. That shouldn't be as difficult. The AFC is one freaking hot mess. Literally anything can happen, but that's honestly going to make it more fun. So that'll be the second half of this video. First half, wildcard weekend bets. I think the most obvious way to do this would just be to go in order of when the games are playing, right? So that means we start off Saturday afternoon, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time with the Raiders taking on the Bengals. The Raiders are currently a 5-point underdog. Now this game honestly could get a little interesting because we have seen two different versions of these teams throughout this entire season. There was a 4-game stretch where the Bengals couldn't do anything, and then you saw the Raiders sprinkle in some very impressive wins throughout this season. Playoff football is very different than regular season football, and when you look at it from that perspective, I am going to take the Bengals, but I'm going to take the money line. I'm not going to touch the points here. The way Joe Burrow has been playing the last couple weeks of this season and the way Ja'Marr Chase has been playing the last couple of weeks of this season, Joe Burrow just snuck into third place in MVP odds. I have them as a dark horse Super Bowl contender. So I just really don't see them getting upset in the first round, but I don't want to take away from what the Raiders are doing because they are playing incredible football. Derek Carr is being unbelievable. After everything that this team has went through this season and all of the ups and downs that they had to deal with and the struggles that they had to overcome, for them to get into the postseason, I think is beyond impressive. I think they can put up a very good fight, which is why I really don't want to touch the point spread at all in this one. I just think the Bengals are going to be the stronger team at the end of this matchup. I am literally a hot mess right now. My phone is on 7%. My camera is only half charged. My computer's charging. Everything's just dying. And now we move into Saturday night, 8:15 p.m. This game, I'm counting down the seconds until it starts. The Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots going head to head for now the third time this season in Buffalo, where the weather has a high of 0 degrees. It's going to feel about -15. I just love watching these two teams go against each other. And this isn't the first time that these two teams have had to deal with some interesting weather conditions this season. Now, there is a lot to break down here because, like I said, this is the third time that they are playing each other this season. They split the series in the regular season. So the Patriots won the first time, the Bills won the second. So now it's kind of winner takes all. And on one hand, I'm sitting here and I'm all right, the game is in Buffalo. They get the home field advantage. This is Josh Allen in the postseason. The Bills should easily be able to win this game. But then on the opposing side, yes, Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback, but he's being coached by Bill frickin' Belichick. I have loved watching both of these teams this entire year. They both deserve to win and move on. But what is actually going to happen? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I don't know how to answer, though. Yes, I do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it very safe. The Patriots are 4.5-point underdogs, so I'm going to take the Patriots plus 4.5, especially considering the weather in this situation. I think it can easily be a field goal game. And that way I can kind of just root for both teams as long as the Patriots cover and then whoever ends up on top, I'm fine with. I like that. I actually really like that. All right, so first Saturday, I'm doing Bengals money line. I'm also taking the Patriots plus 4.5. Let's move where we start with the Eagles versus the Bucks in the 1 o'clock window. And oh my freaking God, I want to make it so clear that what I'm about to say is not me being biased because I'm an Eagles fan. We're going to ignore the big blanket in the background. What I'm going to say is factual information, and that is that the Eagles being 8-point underdogs is an actual crime. It really is. It is genuinely a crime. 8-point underdogs, my ass. All right, the sun is getting a little funky on me. It's honestly hurting me. Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, yeah, I think that works. All right. What was I saying? The Eagles being 8-point underdogs is a crime? Oh, yeah, because it freaking is. Let's just put it into perspective here, people. The first time that the Eagles and the Bucs faced each other in this regular season, the Eagles were a completely different team than we are right now. They had not yet established their run game, and now we are the top rushing offense in the league. We had no real identity at that point, and it felt like we were going into these games with absolutely no plan, and we were just doing what we had to do to try to keep up and have a chance at winning. And guess what? We still covered the point spread in that game. The Bucs did not blow us out, so they certainly are not blowing out the team that we have turned into now. I genuinely think the Eagles have a chance to win this game, wholeheartedly. The top rushing offense versus the top passing offense in a game in Tampa where it is supposed to be absolutely monsooning. Personally, I will genuinely be taking Eagles money line this weekend. That is a biased pick. The best bet here, probably the best bet of this weekend, is Eagles +8, though. Did I mention it's a crime that we're 8-point underdogs? I don't know if I got that point across. All right. Now moving into the second game on Sunday afternoon. And you may claim that my bias is continuing, but I swear it's not. This is just logic and gut feeling. The Cowboys have had a very, very, very impressive season. I'm not going to take anything away from them. Dak has been great. Their defense made such a quick turnaround. Dan Quinn is doing incredible things for them. It finally feels like they have a vibe. And now they look like the team that everyone says that they're going to be at the beginning of the season, but they never end up living up to that expectation. They finally look like a strong football team, a consistent football team on both sides of the ball. If you watched my last video, you saw at the beginning of the season, I really wasn't scared about the Cowboys at all because I didn't think they were going to be able to figure it out as quick as they did. And now that we can acknowledge that they have, going into next season, they do terrify me. But they are still the Cowboys. And if the 49ers play this weekend like they did against the Rams last week, the 49ers will win this game. I fully, wholeheartedly believe that. They're 3-point underdogs. I'm trying to figure out how I feel. Okay, I think the best bet in this one is 49ers +3. Yeah, I feel the best about that. Check my social medias the morning of. I'll probably get wrapped up in the hype and put a bunch of money on 49ers money line. But I think the smartest bet is 49ers +3. I think this is going to be an exceptional game. My camera battery is dying for real now, so let me change it. Why in the actual world is Steelers-Chiefs the Sunday night game? Why wouldn't it be 49ers-Cowboys? That's actually a good game. Chiefs-Steelers, it's going to go one of two ways. I mean, in Week 18, the Chiefs honestly deserved to lose to the Broncos. The Broncos outplayed them that entire game. The Steelers are 12.5-point underdogs. That's a big spread. Oh, I'm so torn about this because on one hand, I'm like, it's the Chiefs. They're finally back in their rhythm. Now it's the postseason. They're just going to absolutely demolish the Steelers that snuck their way in here. But on the other hand, the Steelers can be sneaky bastards. And I am fully on board for upset season in the playoffs. I'm not going to be completely insane about it and go Steelers money line, but I would definitely do Steelers +12.5 if you can find an alternate point spread too. Let me see. Yeah, let me look at these alternate spreads. Steelers +6.5 at +120. That I like. I don't know. I just have a feeling that one is going to be closer than people are actually expecting. All right, and then we move into Monday night with the Rams and the Cardinals. Now, this game is almost identical to Patriots-Bills that we already discussed. I think both of these games are a coin toss. However, I'm going in a different direction with this one. I'm not playing this one safe. I'm taking Cardinals money line. I don't think their performances the last couple of weeks are actually an indicator of how this team is. And I think now that they're in the postseason, we are going to see the best of the best from them. The Rams have scary pieces, but overall as a team, they're very beatable. I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, well, the Rams have Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp. Literally anything can happen in this game. So my advice for betting it is to just go with your gut. I personally just think the Cardinals are going to be able to play smarter. Just watch the 49ers tape from last week. If Kyler Murray plays like the Kyler Murray that we know and love, the Cardinals have this in the bag, especially if Matthew Stafford shows up as the interception king. Okay, so there you have it. All of my favorite picks for Wild Card Weekend. So now let's take these picks and transition into my actual playoff bracket. All right, I have the full bracket actually pulled up here. For the AFC, I'm going to go Bengals, Bills, Chiefs. Even though part of me really, really, really wants to take the Patriots. Bills or Patriots, Bills or Patriots, Bills or Patriots. Does somebody have a coda? No. I'm sticking with my gut and I'm taking the Bills. I'm just going to finish up the AFC side so it doesn't get too confusing. So the winner of Chiefs Steelers has to take on the Titans. So me picking the Chiefs to win. Chiefs will play the Titans. Then the winner of Bills Patriots and the winner of Raiders Bengals will play each other. So I would then have the Bengals playing the Bills. I understand that the Titans should have Derrick Henry back. And I do think that this is a good team. However, I think if it is the Chiefs playing them, they are simply just going to lose. I personally don't think they're a very good 1 seed, but it was a quirky year. Very impressive that they got there. They got there without Derrick Henry. Congrats. But I still think the Chiefs would win. I know this is a slight contradiction because I also hinted at the fact that I think the Steelers could upset the Chiefs. I'm just processing all my options. I warned you that I hadn't fully thought this through yet. I'm working out all of my thought processes as we are recording. This is just how my mind works. But at the end of the day, the Chiefs should beat the Steelers. I think the Steelers cover, but Chiefs win. Chiefs move on to play the Titans, and the Chiefs beat the Titans. Boom. Now, Bills, Bengals. I'm very torn on what to do here. My initial Super Bowl prediction before the season ever started was Bills, Packers. And the Bills have looked very, very good over the last couple of weeks. But they're still lacking a run game. And that makes me nervous in the postseason. And the Bengals, if they keep playing the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, I don't know who can beat them. Bengals, Bills, Bengals, Bills. Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen. Oh my God, that's iconic. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think. Part of me doesn't want to waver from my initial prediction, but a lot's changed. Frick, yeah. I feel really good about the Bengals. I can easily see the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. Boom. Done. Moving on. So I had the Bengals beating the Bills, the Chiefs beating the Titans. Holy crap. That means a Chiefs-Bengals AFC Championship game. The way I would just love that. I know I said I was going to finish up the AFC, but I lied. I like the idea of leaving it at the AFC Championship game where I have the Bengals playing the Chiefs. Then we're going to go to the NFC, go through that, stop at the NFC Championship game. Then we'll pick our winners for both of those, and then we'll do our Super Bowl predictions. All right, my wild card winners for the NFC. Cardinals, 49ers, Eagles. I genuinely think they can do it. But then if they do it, then they have to take on the Green Bay Packers, which I don't feel good about at all. So yes, I'm going to take the Eagles to upset the Bucks, move on to the divisional round where they will play the Packers and then lose to the Packers. It would just be so iconic to knock Tom Brady, reigning Super Bowl champion, out of the playoffs in the first round, where we are an 8-point underdog. Isn't that a crime? And then, like I said, the 49ers are very intimidating to me right now. I think Dallas is going to go into this way too cocky. So San Francisco is going to be able to beat the Cowboys, move on to the divisional round where they will literally play division rivals in the Cardinals who had just beaten the Rams. In my little playoff story fairy tale. So like I said, I have the Packers beating the Eagles in the divisional round to move on to the NFC Championship, where they will be playing the Arizona Cardinals. If the Cardinals can beat the Rams, then I feel like they would be able to beat the 49ers. I still think the 49ers are going to give them a run for their money. I was honestly very tempted to send the 49ers to the NFC Championship, but I do feel like the Cardinals would get it done. I feel like that game would be extremely close, extremely exciting, but I still think the Cardinals would come out on top. So then in our championship games, we would have the Chiefs taking on the Bengals and the Packers taking on the Cardinals, which is just beautiful. The Packers have been my NFC Super Bowl pick before the season even started. I really have not wavered from that, and I'm not going to start now. I 100% believe the Packers will be in the Super Bowl. Like, I honestly have very little doubt about that. For the AFC, though, things are a little interesting. I am sending Joe Burrow and the Bengals to play Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in the Super Bowl. I am just getting a vibe. There's something special happening for the Bengals right now, and if they can keep this up, it's theirs for the taking. And just think about how exquisite a Bengals-Packers Super Bowl would be. But at the end of the day, after everything we have seen this season, I fully believe the Green Bay Packers are going to be Super Bowl champions. They are the only team that has been really consistent the whole way through. Aaron Rodgers is playing unbelievable. This team is playing unbelievable. I just don't think they can be stopped. So there you have it, my full playoff bracket. It is either going to be so right or so wrong, and there's absolutely no in between. But that is why I'm so excited for this postseason, because I really do feel like it's wide open. We are in a real position for upset season, and I know I'm not alone in this. I just don't want to see another Chiefs-Bucks Super Bowl. If one of them have to get there to play somebody else, then fine. But I am ready to see some new teams in the mix. Make sure to drop all of your playoff predictions in my comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Find me on all social medias at TheSportyJordy, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. How sick would a Bengals-Packers Super Bowl be? Bye.